I'm more interested to see like what these end extra difficulty things are. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to keep this sign in for the video, but welcome to the Monster Train public test server. Right now we are testing the upcoming wild mod, blah, 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 blah. The public test server will copy your progress from the live version of the game into a new file. This is a one-way copy only. Progress on the test server will be migrated to the live game. Will not be migrated to the live game. Gotcha. All changes are subject to further modification before release. Major changes. New features. 35 new mutator. Okay, we just read all this. Okay. Balance strategy. First of all, we just want to say a bit about our balance philosophy. Overall, our goal isn't some type of perfect balance where all cards are used with similar frequency or there aren't super powered combos. Our goal, instead, with the current round of balance changers are twofold. Firstly, we want to target the outliers, cards or artifacts with very high win and pick rates and ones with very low rates. Ideally, this means that it's never a no-brainer to either pass on or pick a card or artifact, and as often as possible, the choice depends on the current state of your run. Thank God. Secondly, we want to start shifting our balance target to higher covenants. Thank you. As we've launched and more players have begun to climb the covenants, we see, like I said, we were the outliers before, right? Like they were balancing based on low covenant rank, and we were at 25 like 3 days into the launch. So while they're like playing with the kiddie pool, we're like, what the hell? Where's our love? You know what I mean? That's why I'm so excited about this. Okay, cool. Shift balances to the higher covenant ranks. If we launch, more players begin to try the covenant ranks. Enough. The covenants, we both have enough data and believe that the player base as a whole is at a high enough level that we're doing more of our tuning. It's really hard to read on this WordPad crap. Tuning target around the top end of play. The end result is that some cards that are balanced at a high end of play may be slightly stronger or weaker in the lower covenant end of play, and that's okay. Our goal here is rather to make sure that the endgame depth is as diverse as possible, with the biggest practical impact being around updating the scaling values on certain cards to make sure they're viable at all covenant levels. As usual, all balance is an ongoing process, especially in a game with as many pieces as this one. We expect to continue to tune and adjust frequently around the launch of the patch as a wider range of players gets their hands on the changes. Let me also say that I'm very happy that they're doing this and getting some early feedback before they launch. We also want to call out one specific change here as well, and that's the shifts from morsels dying when eaten instead to them despawning. Shout out to all those people trying to cheese freaking harvest the freaking morsel or whatever. We wanted to recognize that this does remove a fun synergy between the Remnant and the Umber clans that many of us enjoyed. However, both clans, when not in this combination, we felt were too weak and wanted to make some changes. Thank you, Lord. Specifically, we wanted to buff both harvest triggers on Remnant and the impact of some of the morsels. Our goal with these changes was to make these clans more playable in other combinations, thank you Lord, without making this clan combo the must-use one. It also had the added benefit of not making the core mechanics of the Umber clan as punishing against enemies with harvest triggers themselves, which was an interaction we had already considered possibly overly punishing. Clanless gameplay changes. Gameplay. Advanced prototype now adds 5 attack and 5 health to train stewards on top of the other benefits. I will say that this will probably be a decent pick now, especially if I get like a really bad run like we just gotten, and you get to start with like advanced prototype. Like this is probably viable. Or instead of going wax, like if wax doesn't get buffs good enough and I see this and I'm using a wax run, I'm taking it. Automatic rail spikes, damage increased from 5 to 10. Which one is this? Is this the one that pulls somebody out and lowers their cost by X amount? Because that one definitely needed a buff. Oh, the rail spike is that X card that nobody takes. That's from the event. Yeah, okay. It got buffed. That's fine. I don't know if it'll become good. I need to see it again, but that card was never picked, so that's fine. Okay, yep. Gift of Gratitude coin increase from 30 to 40x. That's cute because I often thought that the other one, so the other one, what they're referring to, there's an event. So the other one is a ping where you gain gold. And it's just like way better in my opinion. So this is interesting. One flat lump sum, 40x is pretty sweet. Increase status effect stack maximum from 999 to, oh, you guys got what you asked for. There's people like, oh, it stacks at 999. Now you can stack it as high as you want, which was requested multiple times in the context of Frostbite. I mean, at that point, like, let people stack it if their build is that ridiculous. Who cares? Iron drop cage now triggers even if the unit can't move. For example, if it's in the bottom floor and you can't drip fall on it. Oh, that's really cool. It's a light buff. So now you can drip fall on the bottom floor and still give them the drop cage thing. Drop cage now triggers on flying bosses before the relentless phase if you cast a spell like drip fall on them. Cute. Oh, so drop cage just got straight buffed. Drop cage dazed stacks reduced 3 to 2 since it's now much easier to trigger. That's fair. I thought those are nice changes. It's more about flexing at that point, exactly. Most blessed sword damage increased from 10x to 30x. Wait a second, is that the sword that I just picked? I thought that was already strong. Wait, what? What the? I thought that was good already, to be honest. Okay, whatever. New stat. Oh, because it's competing with the other card? I don't know, man. I think they both had a role. For instance, I didn't pick the kill any unit card there. I picked the X card because I wanted the ping, and it does piercing, and kills the frontline tanks. I don't know. And you can make it free, like, by upgrading it? I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. People were picking shield most of the time. I doubt that. I doubt people were picking shield most. Are you serious? Shield was picked most? I would have never guessed that. New status effect. Fragile. Guys, they just added Fragile. Uh-oh. They added Fragile. We one step. I love doing this kind of stuff, by the way, guys. I hope you're okay with it. Like, reading all this patch notes. I like doing this for games that I care about. If an affected unit takes any damage to their health, they die. This appears in several new mutators. Oh, is that only for a mutator? Okay, whatever. I don't really care. I thought there was going to be, like, Fragile cards or something. Revenge triggers now also happen when a unit takes lethal damage and dies. Oh, so you get one extra revenge proc. Wait a second. Enemies also have revenge, right? Nothing. I don't think anybody hits you on revenge, though, right? Diholi's shield damage shield stacks reduced from 3 to 2. I don't know. Okay, I never used that one, to be honest. I didn't think that people picked that one that much, but okay. That's still strong. A card that says target unit becomes fragile could be a neat design. I thought that's what they were adding. Well, now they have room to add it. Which doesn't matter since they're dead. Okay, so it more affects us. It's a slight buff to, like, us, I think. Volatile gauge, random ember cost increased from 0.3 to 0.4. Wait a second. That's like our biggest win con for a lot of decks that like otherwise wouldn't win. This is so bad, actually. Like, I don't think you would ever take that. Oh, dear God. That's really bad. I'm surprised they didn't just give it -1 draw. That would be at least more viable. This is bad, bad. Yeah, but I don't know if this is skewed. Their statistics, right? Because most people Like, if you don't get volatile gauge, right? Because then if you pick volatile gauge, think about it. They take this, right? And then they're taking Shadow Fiend or whatever it's called, or they're taking beasts and multiplying it. Obviously, that's an easy win, right? So it looks really good. But like, what happens like all the other runs where you would normally take this and like, I don't know. Like, I think this is skewed. Like, obviously, like this rune rate could be huge, but what they're not seeing is like all the other numbers and factor. You know, like I don't know. Yeah, but it's probably picked over other things because a lot of the other relics and stuff are like complete garbo, especially with like wax, for instance, or whatever. Like, or when I don't know. This is interesting. Like, I think this 4 is going to be detrimental. That's my opinion. I think it's going to be detrimental to this gauge. The only way I would take it is if I could take it and still have a lot of shops to put mana down things on stuff. And then even with the mana down thing, things are still going to roll at like 3 cost a lot more. I think this is really bad. This is really bad, in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, like a nerf is good, right? I can agree that it needs a slight nerf, but I think this is a huge nerf, like almost making it unplayable. If you get it anywhere in the second half of the game, you'll never pick it. That's my opinion. Crazy, man, crazy. I don't know. Winged Steel card, draw 2-1. What is this one? No, Winged Steel was one of my favorites, right? No! What? Why would they do that? Why are they nerfing all the decent artifacts? Play cards, draw 1? I mean, it was strong, but at least it was like a good one to find that could like be a comeback for you, you know? And it still had like it was interesting before because you would still like, even when you drew those cards, right? Like when you drew 2, oftentimes you had like 1 mana left, if that, 1 mana left. Now it's like, maybe have 1 mana, draw 1 card. I don't know, man. Come on. I don't agree with both of these artifact changes. There better be some good other changes. Maybe that's why they did it. Because right now, those artifact changes are just making a lot of the artifacts worse. Ah, man. Okay. And it also scares me that they're not talking about any of the other, like, artifact. I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. But you get 1 dead weight. All right, let's keep going. It's too early to tell. We got to see the other changes. So far, these are my question marks right here. Hellhorn gameplay changes. Here we go. Gameplay. Alpha Fiend attack on strike increased from 3 to 5. Health increased from 20 to 25. Is it enough? Is it enough? This guy was an instant skip before. I'm pretty sure he's a 3 capacity, 2 cost. Is that the 3 capacity, 2 cost guy? Is it enough? What is his starting attack? 15? He might be viable now. So, I don't want to think about multi-strike, all right? That's his best case scenario. What is his average scenario? He gets 5 damage up or 10 damage up? 10? So he starts at 10. If you give him a damage rune, he's at 20. So every strike, after 2 battles, he goes to 30 attack. What do we think about him? $50 damage on turn 7. He isn't good for most normal late game enemies. He scales on boss waves. So you can't use him as a tank, though. That's your damage. Right? Like, I don't think he's viable for a tank. He wants to be somebody that stands in the back and keeps hitting. So he's like a challenge op. What is this challenges thing? Interesting. I'd be more open to trying him now. Dude, there better be sludge changes. Yeah, he's definitely a backline. Interesting. Interesting. Deranged brute bonus attack per stack of rage increase from 2 to 3. They're trying to make him viable. He's very hard to use, in my opinion. He's very hard to use. But at least it jumped to 3. Bonus attack per stack of rage. So every time they get rage, they get an extra stack of damage. Okay. Wait, yeah, where's the multiplayer thing? Hornbreaker Prince's Wrathful Path. Rage on Revenge increased from 1 to 2 at level 1 and goes up from there. All rage deals bonus damage on that floor. Okay, got some buffs. We got some buffs. He might be playable now. 1 rage was like nothing. One Horn's Tomb Ember cost increased. So they nerfed Snecko and they increased Tome's Ember costs. So what is the plan to use that? Imp? I thought it was so expensive and like mostly unplayable already. I really don't get it now. Can you only play it when you have like morsels to eat? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know why? You know why I think this is happening? Because the win rates, when people that are less good at the game finally win, they're winning because they have things like Snecko Eye, right? That's carrying them. So it looks like it's very skewed. Oh my god, look at this win rate. Everyone's winning with Snecko. It's just because they're bad and they don't win unless they have the Snecko, so Snecko looks really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think all these statistics that they're pulling are very skewed. That's what I think is going on here. And I think that's why we're seeing this. This is very scary, what's going on here. I'm very scared. You can only play it with nonsense. Exactly. Alright, Ritual of Battle, Rage Gain, increase from 6 to 8. I think you're exactly right. I think that's what's going on here. I think it's skewed. Ritual of Battle, Rage Gain, increase from 6 to 8. Wow, I use Ritual of Battle a lot, and it's easy to like make. It's cool because it's expensive. I think this is good. This is fine. Welder Helper armor gain increased from 15 to 20. Whoa. This is the imp, right? Welder Helper is the imp. Not bad. That's cute. So these are all the changes for. Okay. Okay. I don't understand the nerf on One Horn's Tome. I don't understand that. I gotta say it. Awoken gameplay changes. Awake regen decreased from 4 to 3. Awake got a nerf. Okay. Cycle of Life spikes reduced from 4 to 3. Cycle of Life is the 3 cost that buffs 10 max HP and adds spikes. That card's very expensive. So it increases life by 10 and adds 3 spike instead of 4. I'm trying to think what the purpose of that was. It makes a difference on the boss, But either way, 4 or 3 is not killing the enemies in the last area. They're both too low. I don't know. Husk Hermit attack increased from 3 to 5. Husk Hermit. Guys, Husk Hermit, which one is that? Oh, he's the guy that just does sweep, I believe. He went from 3 to 5. That's actually pretty interesting, because remember what I told you about him is that he's really good in like the first 3 quarters of the game, and then he doesn't do anything in the late game unless you like buff him. Now with that 5 attack, even right out the gate, with this, even right out the gate, he can kill the enemies in the last area, the back line. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Pyrogyro redesign. Amen. We were just talking about this. Now it causes you to draw 2 fewer cards next turn and gain +1 ember per turn for the rest of battle. That's interesting. That's way more interesting than it currently was. Draw 2 fewer cards next turn and gain +1 ember per turn for the rest of battle. Wow, that's big. That's big. I think that's way better. Yeah, it's way more interesting. It's definitely like that following turn is gonna hurt. So like pretty much if you play this on turn 1 or whatever, you're only gonna draw your creatures the following turn. You're gonna put your creatures down and that's it. I like it. At least it's playroom. Razor Sharp Edge attack gain increased from 8 to 10. I think that's the card that does -2 health or whatever. So it's -2 health, gain 10 attack. That's actually pretty huge. So you do that on multi-strike girl. She's going to 30 damage with 1 card. 30 damage with 1 card. Shattered Shell attack again on Slay increased from 2 to 3. I thought Shattered Shell was already dope, and now you're saying that he scales better? You know, it's funny because, like, as he scales, all he's doing is chip damage, right? All he's supposed to do is kill the back line. So, like, it's not actually doing as much as we think, but it's going to do more damage to the front target. So, that's interesting. Yeah, she goes down to 1 HP, which doesn't matter. No matter what, 3 HP or 1 HP, she's in lethal range. If you're dealing with Spike, she's dead either way. So it really doesn't matter that much, in my opinion, whether she's at 1 HP or 3 HP. If she's gonna die, she's gonna die. So giving her all that damage still seems like really good. And then if you put a rune on her, she's fine either way. It's -3 HP? I thought it was -2. No, it's -2. We just had that card. It's -2. Yeah, it's -2. It's a 2 damage ping. Yeah. Unless it got nerfed, but it's -2. Yeah. That would be really... That would suck if it was -3. So yeah, that's just a nice buff. Okay, where are we? Shattered Shell got a buff. It's cute. The Sentience Explosive Path damage increased from 15 to 20, and then 30 to 40. Oh, this is the one we were just using, so it's even better early game. So now it can nuke the front line. That 5 damage is actually huge. Wow. I thought it was pretty decent. It scaled better. It started a little bit weak, but now it's just like, okay. Okay. Bind Mother's health increased? I don't think anybody cares. That's the only buff? The health is the only buff. That's interesting. I thought she was gonna get, like, more interesting. I'm trying to, like, figure out why you would use that in a normal builds when you have all these thorns in your deck. No, so yeah, obviously, like if I have a Sting artifact, cool. I'm talking about any other time. 90% of other runs. What are you using her for? Memeing? Thorns equal draw? Thorns equal later draw, so the more you use them, the more you're actually behind. And then when you cycle your deck, you're getting all those thorns again, when you normally cycle your deck and you want to have all your good stuff. You know what? I could see an argument using her for Stygian, actually. That's about it. I could see an argument using her for Stygian. And can't trigger for days. That's where I've been taking her. What up, Panda? Interesting. I mean, the buff is fine. I just thought she was going to be better. I don't see her viable in a lot of options, but... yeah, incant freeze. Incant bonus spell damage. Interesting. Yeah, we could post it again for you, Bergen. One of the mods, can we make a command as well? So people can follow along? Yo, much love, man. How's it going? All right. Wilting Sapwood attack increased from 5 to 15. Wiltwood Sap's job is just to get hit and make mana, right? And now he hits for more? Whatever. I haven't even seen this guy in the last 50 hours of play. I'm not even joking. In the last, like, 50 hours of play, I have not seen a Wiltwood Sap. But okay, he got a buff, whatever. So how do we feel about the Awoken changes? Couple nerfs, couple buffs. Pyre Gyro's interesting. Razor Sharp got a buff. I think overall I'm happy with it. The nerfs are not too bad. It's making regen builds worse. The Spike nerf is kind of weird to me. Like, I think that card is very expensive in general. Interesting. Very interesting. This is still way more confused. This is the most confusing one so far. All right, here we go. Stygian. Please don't hurt Stygian, man. They're weird to use. Gifts of the Guard Ember cost increased. Okay, that's hurts. Glacial Seal Ember cost increased. Wait a second. Isn't this the guy that just adds a little bit of Frostbite after you play a spell? Oh my god. I don't like where this is going. Guardian's Amulet Sep decreased. Oh my god. This is gonna hurt me, isn't it? Guardian's Amulet got nerfed. Hoarfrost, FNG, Ember cost increased. Oh my lordy. I mean, this is, I think, something that you want to play, like, one time. But still, Jesus. This hurts. I'm telling you, this is, again, because the win rate looks so high with this, because the people that finally win are winning and happen to have this card when they can't win other ways, and like all these things look ridiculous. I mean, this card is strong, but when we take it, we use it like once. No, the sap got worse. The sap got worse. Lodestone total ember cost increased to 3. Wait a second, is this the one that draws cards? A 3 cost. They're bugging, dude. That's a whole turn. That's literally a whole turn. Also, keep in mind that when you're playing Stygian... Oh, Sap Totem. Okay, okay. False alarm. False alarm. Sap Totem is really strong, so I can't argue it. I thought this was drawing. I thought this was drawing. Sap Totem is busted. Yeah, okay. That changes everything. Sorry. I thought this was card draw. I thought this was card draw. Lodestone is kind of like a win condition on itself, so I could see it. Fine. Fine. Nameless Siren Rage gain increased. Thank God, because she was useless. Does that make her any better? She scales 2 times as fast. Sure. Siren of the Sea attack and health gain on incant increased from 1/1 to 2/2. So instead of gaining 1 health, 1 attack, she gains 2 health, 2 attack. Do you think that's going to make them viable at all? No. We never say good with Incant Relic, right? You never go, oh, it's good with the best relic that could possibly go with it, right? That's not how we talk about these patch notes. On average, without the Incant Relic, are they viable? Obviously, everything is viable with its... Obviously, every demon is good with Demon Multi-Strike. Like, that's not how we do this. On average, is she good now? With the best relic that goes with her, with the peanut butter to the jelly, she's good. No. Is she good with a normal build? I think that's good, but 1/1 Incant Siren on Multi-Strike would get her up to around 30 to 40. It's mediocre. She isn't garbage. It's a lot. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. I just don't know if it's enough. It could be decent now. You're playing a couple things on her a turn. Maybe she's decent now. Stygian Spike Frostbite amount increased. I'm fine with that. I thought the Frostbite. I thought that was pretty weak for all the mana costs, like investing your mana in it. I'm happy with that. Titan's Gratitude damage increased. I'm happy with that too. I really don't like Titan's Gratitude, and I don't know if that 5 damage is going to make me like it anymore. Interesting. So mostly it just got nerfed across the board. As long as these are more viable, though, I'll still be happy. I think. Like, there's a lot of nerfs here. What do you guys think about it? It's scary. It's scary, but as long as these girls are more viable and have more play options, maybe it's worth it. Umbra changes. A Tumbra morsel health increase from 4 to 5. Health gain on eating increased from 3 to 4. Crucible Warden health increased from 10 to 20. Damn. Amber Forge capacity reduced from 4 to 3. Damn. Why do they get so many buffs? I thought they were so good already. What? Magma Morsel attack increased from 3 to 4. Attack gain on eating 3 to 4. Jesus. Morsel Maker attack increased from 0 to 5. That's big because now they're weak to thorns. Oh, but the health is increased. What are these flat buffs? Why are they going hard on Stygian but buffing Umbra? Because people don't know how to use them. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Morsels that get eaten no longer count as deaths. Penumbra's Glutton Path gains slightly more attack and health at level 2 and 3. Well, Glutton just got buffed from this, and Glutton got buffed from all of this. So it's a huge buff in hindsight. Umbra was the weakest? You're bugging. Wax was definitely the weakest. I thought it was about to get the Celici buff. Perils of Production Ember gain from 2 to 3. Wait a second. Perils of Production is the card I love? Which one is Perils of Production? This card was already amazing, wasn't it? Whatever. If he was unplayable before, they made he special he is now. Yeah, true. 2 rage, 2 ember drain, +1 energy. Wow, they made it even better? I don't get it. I think, again, this is because people were losing a lot with it and they didn't know how to use it. I had people come in here like, oh, you could cast that on a morsel? Wow, I don't know where that buff came from, but okay. Why did they get so many buffs? What? It was free 2 Ember and they're buffing it. I know, right? What is going on here? Shadow Eater, Gorge damage, and health both increased to 10. That's fine. I thought this guy was very lame. 10 is probably more interesting. Cool. Shadow Siege capacity. That's so funny because people think that like he's busted, but that's because you're getting the same statistics of those Snecko users, and why they nerf Snecko so hard is because when they get the Snecko, they go with this, and that's how they're winning, so the win rate seems really high. And now he's literally impossible to use unless you have like some extreme gimmicks going on. Like what? What are some of these changes? Some are like, all right, called for, and some are like, are super ridiculous. Like the Richter scale is like, it's here or it's here. That's it. Like what? All right, whatever, dude. Teeth of Gold damage is back to back unit increased from 2. Oh, this is the one where if you eat a morsel, you ping the back unit. Okay. Void binding ember cost increased. Wait, what? What is this one? Isn't this... Wait, can you not use this in Ember builds anymore? Whatever, they got buffed everywhere else. I don't even care. They got so buffed, it doesn't even matter. Just use Perils of Production, true. I mean, I don't even care about that. They got buffed so hard. It's ridiculous. It's damage, shield, ember drain. Gotcha. Interesting. Overall, they're buffed hardcore, and I thought they were already pretty easy, but okay. Remnant. Okay, here we go. Here we go. These better be godlike. Big Sludge. Rage gain on harvest increased from 3 to 5. Also, remember that morsels don't count as harvest anymore, right? Wait. Harvest is when things die on that floor. Morsels don't count as that, right? Okay. So maybe he's viable now? He still has a 2 cost, right? Okay. Bounty Stalker attack gain reduced from 10 to 8. Obviously. I mean, whatever. He's still going to be ridiculous if you scale him the right way. They do count if they're killed. Oh, that's interesting. So there's still some shenanigans you could do. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Maybe he's viable now. 5 rage is a big deal. So... Devourer of Death's subtype is now wickless instead of tomb. What? What is this one? Devourer of Death. Which one is this? Oh, the Gain Soul guy. What does that do for us? They just wanted to nerf him so he doesn't get the tomb benefits when I thought those were terrible anyway. Did they just want to get rid of his type, or what? I don't get it, except it's like a slight nerf. It's so that melting spout doesn't kill it. They change tombs later? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Why would they put this one first then? Dripfall Ember cost reduced from 2 to 1 and now applies Dazed 1. Okay. Easier to use. I don't care. Patch notes are alphabetical. Oh, I never even noticed that. Engulfed in smoke, ember cost increased. That's because everyone was like playing it to hell. I don't play it that much, so I don't even care. But whatever. Entomb explosive extinguish damage increased 35 to 50. Wow, that's a buff for the early game. I'm happy with that buff. I thought the tomb units are so bad. They're like good for the first battle and then they're bad. I'll take that buff. That's a nice buff. That's a nice buff. This one? Yeah, this is really good. I agree. This is really good. This is also really good, I think. Yeah, the bombs are actually good now. Melting Spout now adds Burnout 1 to tombs in addition to the health gain. What's Melting Spout? 50 is much better, I agree. It makes tombs auto proc. Tombs get plus 20 HP. Wait, is that an artifact? It's an artifact, right? Whatever it was trash. Agreed. Okay. Cute. Molten encasement stealth on death increased from 1 to 2. So tombs got buffed across the board. There better be more interesting changes because just them getting buffed is not going to make more player. Like, this is good though. This is good. Paraffin enforcer rage gain on strike increased from 2 to 3. All right, we'll take it. We got some buffs going. Reactor flickers accumulator buffed to add attack at each level. What? Yeah, you still have the extra stealth. Yeah, it makes it viable. Thank God the tombs got buffed, in my opinion. Oh, Harvest Boy. Remember when we just won with that yesterday? It was so tough. It buffed to add attack at each level, starting with +1. So now he gets stronger as well. I'll take it. We made him work yesterday, but he's hard to make work. It makes him a little bit better. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Reactor flickers burn bright paths. Stats reduced. Whatever, dude. Take it, nerds. Reactor flickers dark calling path now reforms 2 units per turn at all levels and adds bonus attack at level 2 and 3. Again, this is not about the attack, and it's not about any of that. It's about, like, adding burnout and keeping them alive, and I don't see any changes to that so far. Remnant host ember cost decreased from 1 to 0. Remnant host? Which one is that? He just became free. Tomb units now all have 1 health. Oh, snap. I mean, that's a good thing. Okay. The draft summon guy. Oh! Draft summon got a buff? I thought he was strong already. Now he's better? Dope. I'll take it. Votivary ember costs reduced from 1 to 0. Which one is this? It could be golded. I guess that shows why I don't even know what it is. What is that one? There were so many unviable cards, so I don't even know what half these are. That's true, Empy. That's true. The 1 HP draw a card endless guy. Oh, Oh, now it could actually do something. The endless boy of uselessness. Okay, now it's interesting. Okay. It takes up a card draw, but now it like, okay. Okay. Volatile key. Volative key now applies endless in the first unit summoned each turn. It now applies endless to the first unit summoned each turn. It used to give endless to every Wickless person, correct? Or no, everybody with burnout would get it. So it got nerfed, but it's interesting. I think it was bad before. To every waxer unit, okay. But now it's only giving it to the first unit summoned? Or is it doing both? Only the first one. Only the first one. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah. Voltivary, Ember Cost, blah, blah, blah. Wickless Baron attack gain increased from 1 to 3. Wickless Baron. The issue with lots of endless is that you keep drawing bad cards. Exactly. Exactly. Wickless Tycoon base stats increased from 3 to 20 to 1025. Damn, they buffed Moneymaker. The melting rail spike is still trash. Yeah, did they even touch that? I don't know about these changes, guys. I was hoping to see something better. Like, it's cool that these units got buffed. Right? It's cool, all the buffs, but it doesn't fix my issues of their synergies with other clans and adding more playroom to, like, burnout and stuff. This is, to be honest, it's not what I was hoping to see. Like, they got better and things became more playable, but, like, there's still, like, the burnout issue and, like, the weird stuff with it, I feel like. Like, am I the only one? Like, the change, the buffs are good, but it doesn't fix their issue. It doesn't fix their problem. Yeah, at least Harvest got buffed and stuff. Like, I wanted to see interesting changes to, like, burnout and, like, burnout buffs, not, like, necessarily unit buffs. I mean, yeah, we still need to play it. This is all just off a whim, but... New mutators. So these are all, like, the extra stuff that they added, right? Okay, we'll go over those later. I don't really care. Well, I mean, we can see if some are interesting. Friendly units count as all subtypes. Enemy units get haste. Enemy units get haste. Additional unit banners appear in limbo. Whoa. Your pyre gets multi-strike. Whoa. Apply fragile. Friendly units enter with daze too. Jeez. All units get multi-strike. Room combat previews are disabled. I would just insta-quit. I don't feel like doing this crap. Whatever, dude. Other changes and bug fixes: art, mutator icon, swap art, audio, fix the bug, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Significant load time speed up. UI, reset save. Added a notification on the main menu that tells you if there's a new daily. Added information in the logbook of how many single-player endgame challenges you've completed. They didn't talk about the endgame challenges yet, correct? Wait, I don't see anything about them. Did they add the number to the cards so I know which key to press on the keyboard? Burnout has never been an issue for melting. The issue was that you're forced to take it because the other options sucked.
I'm excited to see you conquer the game in more unique ways and through sheer overkill.
Yo, thank you so much, man. We're about to dive in. We'll see how everything feels in play. You know what I mean? Those Stygian changes are like super scary. Guys, were the actual like bonus high level difficulty things that they were talking about? Where are those? All right, we just went over all the changes.